All right. The first thing is be yourself.
Mm.
Right? Everyone else is taken.
Mm.
Right? So, as an artist, we have a tendency of thinking, all right, I'm a hip hop artist. Everything about is supposed to be flashy. Right? Now forgetting that you are looking at someone who is in a different environment. Right? So there are certain challenges that you are going to face that the next person is not even going to think of, is not going to dream of, is not going to face challenges, right? So first of all, be yourself.
So back then, before hip hop isati anasopisa zvekunasovairira nyika, there were artists vaimba zvinhu zvasvingarelate nevanhu like ndine lambo, mazicheni chichi, vaingoita like flash life yatinoziva yehip hop yekuamerica mostly, where they will be singing and vachibrega brega. So a lot of people could not relate to that music because of masong akaita senge yayo. But when Holy 10 and vanhu vakaita sana Voltz and vana Blink 4 came into the industry, vakatanga kuimba like hip hop inorelata nevanhu like ndapererwa ndaremerwa song yaHoly 10 yaya yakapinda nayo. A lot of songs are Girl Child, Ghetto. We have also Blink 4 like song yake yakapinda nayo yekuti ndotenda Mwari chichi. A lot of people fall in love nemusic yana Blink 4 yana Holy 10 and then nana Voltz ne-hip hop yavo vana Saint Flow just because of how they were relating to message yavaimba. Message yana Holy 10 mostly haisi yeflambo like yetimu rehip hop rakudhara. Message yavo you could actually relate to it. It's all about suffering yedu chichi. And it's also the same thing of course Zim Danso people vainyanya kunakirwa nayo zvekuti yakasheka also Zimbabwe yes, just because a lot of people can relate to Zim Danso. They will be singing about Nzo Ghetto, about singing Zokutambura chichi. So a lot of people could understand message inenge irimo and can relate to it. So that was the message yanga ichitaurwa na Winky D in this interview. So this interview is from 5 years back. I don't know if Holy 10 or these hip hop artists watched this interview at Vakatwika, but generally I'm going to play you this interview and tell us what you think. So he was talking about his life, my dream collaborations, my inspiration, and also my encouragement anoda kupa kumamwe artists. So I believe a lot of my Winky D fans started on this interview just because it was like an Instagram live and inanyanya kupostwa kwakawanda. So let's watch this interview and tell us what you think comment section. So boom.
Your shows are sold out. Your music sells out. What do you think your secret is to continuing to having a successful career, even when the economy and the social situation goes up and down? For you, what's your secret?
Well, I don't think it's centered around Winky D alone, because I'm just the face of the bigger mind. Yeah. So it's Winky D and the whole team. You know.
Yeah.
We don't strategize and
yes,
try to pave a way, like move along with it we have. So it's not something that happened like overnight, you know. It is happening from, I think it has been a build-up from the beginning of, we backdated to 2004, right?
Yes.
So it build up, right? And so we are today.
Okay, now I get you. Who are some of the people you still want to collaborate with who you haven't collaborated with before? Or some of those people who you're like, you know what, definitely so and so, I really want to work with them.
And I'm an artist, I want to collaborate with everybody. If we just have the vibe, we are good to go.
Yeah.
But if I'm to pick without any limitation, you know, if it's an American artist, give me Eminem.
I love Eminem as well. You know, he's good. Yeah.
Because if I listen to the meditation is something which is out of this world. It's not something, always a wow factor in the stuff that he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen it. I think he's a fanatic of astrophysics also. So
Yeah.
I'll go for Eminem. And if I'm to move to Jamaica, since I was growing up, was to have one with Beanie Man. And
Yeah.
that wish was granted. Right? So right now, I think I need a Vibes Cartel on my catalog.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Nice.
Because he's also someone with those kind of lyrics. When you do, you just wonder, but how did he come up with such
with those lyrics?
Melody, a rhyme, and yeah. And also, he seems to be a fanatic of astrophysics.
So astrophysics is your thing as well?
I just enjoy, learning and gaining some knowledge concerning astrophysics. You know, I'm a person who is like, what's happening up there? I really want to know what's happening. Apart from the stars that we can see here, I want to go to
what's behind it,
what is actually taking place within the Milky Way, within the galaxy and stuff. Yeah. So, and but to come to Africa, in South Africa, you can give me a nasty sea at any given time.
Yeah, nasty. Yeah.
We go to West Africa.
Yeah.
I have bias towards Ghana, maybe because it has some kinds of
Yes.
Given time. Tatawale or Stone Boy. And in Zimbabwe, every artist.
Yes. Cool. Got you. And you, as an artist, right? You I've read somewhere in that you're a shy person. As a person, you're shy. What happens when you get on stage? How does that beast that we see when you go on stage come? Is there what happens actually? Because you're a very shy person, but when you're on stage, you're this beast. What happens? How does that happen? Is there a transition? Do you do a young push-up, something? What happens?
I always ask myself the same question, you know. When I sit down and start to watch the live performance I've done, you know, I have a lot of questions that do not have answers. I wish if there can be someone who can actually sit down with me and explain how things work. I just go on stage and wonder starts to happen. You know, I wouldn't want to lie to you like, oh no, I do this and do that. No. I'm actually someone who is actually seeking answers to such a question.
Yeah.
Asking myself such questions for I don't know how long. You know, in life, you know, there is no like one template that artists are supposed to use when pursuing a music career. You know, I am being Winky D. That's who I am.
Yes.
You got the early days of my career. I've always been like that. So I don't think it would be wise enough for me to say, all right, to achieve so and so and so, this is the template to use. No, it's Winky D being Winky D. You know, I've tried by all means. This is Winky D. This is now my personal stuff. I have to keep it to Wallace, and so it goes. So we have other artists.
I get you.
We also have other successful artists who are comfortable with mixing their personal life and their work. And if it's working for them, fair and fine. Yeah, because we don't have a template. As long as you are just being yourself, I don't think that you're going to have any challenges. But the moment you want to say, all right, that's the strategy we're using. All right, let me try to follow. There comes a big problem. Because you're trying to follow something from somebody. You're not being yourself. If you're that kind of person where you just want to mix the two and you're good at it, go for it, man. You're limited in a way. Yeah. All right. The first thing is be yourself. Right? Everyone else is taken. Right? So, as an artist, we have a tendency of thinking, all right, I'm a hip hop artist. Everything about it is supposed to be flashy. right? Now forgetting that you are looking at someone who is in a different environment, right? So there are certain challenges that you are going to face that the next person is not even going to think of, is not going to dream of, is not going to face challenges, right? So first of all, be yourself within the environment within. I believe it's critical because people follow realness.
Yeah,
you can be fake and you can get a little hype, but eventually realness will come and see the day of the what? The light of the day.
Yeah.
So number one, I would say as an artist, just be yourself.
Yeah.
And also easy because you will be in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Number two, I'll say when you say you are a musician, you have to take whatever is going to come with. There are going to be tears, there are going to be smiles. So you don't have to cherry pick. All right, I want this within the, but that I don't want. It doesn't work like that, right? So determination is also important because we have a lot of artists. Okay, they do a song, 1 or 2, 3. Okay, boom, they manage to make a hit song, but along the way, I don't know the way in which they move. It's like they tend to relax in a way, right? So determination is also very, very key. Thinking. Some people might think otherwise. And the third, it's not everybody who criticizes who doesn't like you.
Okay.
Because we as artists now, when one says negative things about us, we are quick to say, "Oh, hater." But that's not it. Some people, they like with you, they follow you, they like you, they wish for the best from the artist that you desire, right? So they're going to critique certain things that you're going to do. So don't you ever, anyone who criticizes you, it look like that. We also have that we love and we admire, but there comes a time whereby we criticize what they're doing, but no, he should have done it, but the way he did it, it doesn't mean I don't like him or I don't follow his music. So artists, we have a tendency of wanting to put around ourselves people who always massage our ego.
Yeah. Wow.
Because if you look at it from the beginning of the journey, you'll be having true friends tell you, no, what you're doing is wrong. But there comes a time where you feel like, no, I'm big, but how can he say what I'm doing is wrong, yet he's working for me? Get it? We want to surround ourselves with people who are always hero worshipping. Yes.
Wow.
So that's how we put it. Whatever you say, they say yes. That is a good disaster in any given industry. One might want to venture. Yeah, so basically, those are the three things that I think, if in a way or two.
No, that's good. Those are like very important points. I mean, I also learned a couple of things from there. So in terms of music, who are you listening to right now? If we could go through your playlist outside of your own songs, what are the top 5 songs you play over and over again? You'll never get tired of the songs.
Well, outside of my songs now, what I do is an artist. In most cases, the playlist that I listen to is mainly of the tracks I haven't released. Right? Why? Because I have to fine tune the tracks until I'm set. Oh, right. I think I cannot get into this track. So you can open up my playlist. Maybe the 10 songs that I'm in that on that playlist are actually my unreleased music because I over again. Because once I release them to the people, I'm done with that, man. I need a new playlist.
Then you're moving on to creating more music.
We have quite a number of great artists who are doing some great stuff here in Zimbabwe and Africa as a whole. Yeah. Here in Zimbabwe, we have Takura. Yeah, I listen to Takura. I listen to Killer T. and quite a number of guys who are coming up. And in Africa, you know, I'm not limited to dancehall alone. You know, like I said, I listen to some Nasty C. You give me a Stone Boy anytime. Yeah. Yeah, and the list is really endless, you know.
Okay, guys, so that is the video. Tell us something in comment section. So this interview is from back in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, or 2019. So the message still stands. That's why I end up reposter. Tell us what you think. Don't forget to subscribe. Boom.